speaking of Neeraj Ghaywan, he posted
Yes.
a photograph on Instagram of you and Nagraj Manjule and him together at an event, and I was like, man, what did these three talk about? So tell us, Ranjith, what did you three talk about?
We talk about a lot of things. Neeraj talk about what film works, and we talk about projects. We want to make a movie with together. No?
Really?
Yeah, we are trying.
Meaning together, meaning like co-directing?
Yeah, anthology. Yeah,
Like an anthology.
Oh,
like
an
an
anthology.
yeah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
talks going on definitely.
Ranjith has just announced a project.
I love it.
வணக்கம், நான் கான்ஸ்ல இருந்து பேசுகிறேன். அண்ட் ஒன் ஆஃப் த ஸ்வீட் பர்சன் அனுபமா வந்து என்னை இன்டர்வியூ பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அண்ட் டெஃபினட்டாக இந்த இன்டர்வியூ உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்கும்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். அண்டு பிடிச்சிருந்தா ஷேர் பண்ணுங்கள், சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்கள். தேங்க்யூ.
Aditi and Ranjith, it's so lovely to see you in Cannes. You launched the poster Vettuvam here. Tell me what that experience was like.
No, it's very fantastic experience. Came for the first time in Cannes. I met a lot of people here, and it's a very important festival in the world. Yeah. And they come from different countries, and they're showing love notes. Amazing, man. I just fell down. It's amazing, and also that in this kind of festival, in my poster launch, it's a very encouraging in myself. Yeah, and very much. I realized I want to do a lot of things.
Like what?
Like in my film career, Yeah, I'm an artist. I want to be an artist. I want to do a lot of things in that art form, like especially cinema. Cinema is very most powerful medium in not only Indian world, That's why the people gathered here and celebrated, and this kind of festival. It's so amazing. I got a lot of confidence and encouragement, and I just want to come with the next time with my movie.
I
not
hope
only
you do.
poster.
I will be standing near that red carpet and applauding for you. I hope you do.
That's amazing. Yeah. The theatre, especially the Palais, right?
Yeah.
Palais Theatre, it's a big screen, and around 2,000 people gathered and watched the movie, together. It's not a easy thing, actually. Different languages, different peoples, it's amazing experience. I should come with my movie next time, not only poster. And also the poster got released with Golden Ratio guys, and Aditi and a lot of people. They understand my politics and what I did movies, and what I convey with my movie people, to people. It's myself, it's a really good thing, somehow when I start my film career, I have a lot of problems, doubts, and a lot of things, and people would accept or not accept, and a lot of questions is there. But now I'm really confident. A lot of people supporting me, especially Aditi and Golden Ratio guys. They are very much supported. They don't have a demand also.
Yeah.
What you want to make a film, you can make it. That's it. It's a good thing actually, and kind of my content, then especially in India, and Dalit Lives wants to tell any art person, definitely it is easy, I think. That kind of encourage, I got it from here.
From here. How fantastic. How fantastic. I want to speak about, you had told me it's Vettuvam.
Vettuvam.
Vettuvam, the hunt.
The hunted.
The hunted. Okay. Tell me, I'm fascinated by the little brief I have about Vettuvam, that it's a film, but it's also a series, united by the titular protagonist. Film will come first. Film focuses on the sort of last few days of period of this person's life, and then the series actually traces how he came to be at that point, which sounds fascinating. I'm already hooked. Where did this idea come from?
You want to?
No, you want to tell. You lead.
No, I mean, I'm just going to give an opener to Ranjith and actually explaining the real reasons why we're here. But I think what's fascinating about working with Ranjith's team is that there's so much incredible research. So, and that's not been my experience working in film at all. So every time that there's like an idea that he has in his mind, he's sort of bouncing around, there'll be a room full of people who will only be doing research. And that research lasts like, between 6-8 months to, 2 years, 3 years. So Sarpeta is actually, it's 3 years of research, which is why you have that kind of depth in terms of the characters, depth in terms of production design. You would not have a Dancing Rose if you
I want a t-shirt with Dancing Rose, just putting it in there. I want a t-shirt with Dancing Rose on it. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Please go on.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. You wouldn't have those sort of characters, right? Unless you did that kind of research. And so what happened with Vettuvam was that actually it was initially being developed as a film. But as we did the research, it kind of became really interesting how this man became who he was. So for me, actually, it's an even more interesting part of the tale, because you see it from you see the series from the point of view of all the other characters, right? And you have this kind of shifting perspective where you don't know always whether this man is a hero or a villain.
So it's Citizen Kane-esque.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
it's kind of like, like Aadhe Adhure was this like incredible play where you're constantly like
shifting perspectives.
Shifting perspectives. And what I find really interesting about this series and the film, but more the series, is that that's what it's going to be like, and that's why the poster is so emblematic of the entire idea, because the poster is kind of two tigers that are balanced on day and night, and it's about how when powerful people, how they wage wars, but as soon as you take your eyes off the prize,
it's over.
Power shifts instantly.
Right.
And that's what the series is. The series is really like, it's like a PhD in power,
Wow. Wow, this is...
You understand different, very artistic. But I'm trying to tell, it's a common, it's a very raw life Vettuvam web series also, no? That I just want to show how power works in that, not only like a common man, like a gangster life, no? And in Tamil Nadu especially, that region, the Delta region, no? A lot of caste inequality happen like that, no? From that place, one guy rised against not only power and also the caste and the people who, like, after that, when he rised, people wants to get support, not from government, like not from politicians.
Right.
Somehow they wants to protect on the second, no? That's why it's a good things happen in his life. That's why particular life I don't want to show a particular person life, but I inspired a lot of person's life, the character, and it's a big fight happened that time, and the cast very influence in that the gangster life also, the web series based on like that only.
Ranjith used a really nice analogy for me in the context of something else, saying that when somebody falls, they don't worry about why they've fallen. They think about what other people around them are saying. And so I think that what happens with gangster films is that the gangster films that we've seen are all films that you're seeing from the point of view of people around, right? It's like, how is this man perceived? Why is he who he is? in the case of Vettuvam, what is going to happen is that you're actually going to go into the heart and mind of the gangster, right? Like this is about how that guy, it's like how that guy got to that moment.
Right.
And his own personal journey within that, right? So there's obviously like a larger narrative and there's a social narrative, but it's also a really interesting kind of like, it's like a study of a man,
It's a portrait.
Yeah.
Nice. Ranjith, you're saying this one also obviously has concerns about caste and has caste as a pivotal plot point, I'm assuming, which it has been. Your cinema has really helped to make the conversation about caste mainstream. But in your interviews, you always say that I don't want to be known as a Dalit filmmaker. Can you explain that more? Is it a label that you don't want?
No, I just want, it's not a problem. If you call a Dalit filmmaker, I loved it. But you cannot structure it.
It's limiting.
Yeah, it's a limiting. But I love to announce that I am a Dalit filmmaker. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
I think, but you only limited in category, you only fixed that category only, I don't like that. But what I'm making film, not only Dalit. Baba Saheb Ambedkar wrote that annihilation of caste is not only Dalit. He wrote for that caste index, like all people. Okay. But people are thinking like Baba Saheb Ambedkar only works. He worked for that Dalit people. It's not right.
Yeah.
And that's why, I'm thinking about. I just want to make a story tell in my life, Dalit life. Yeah, of course, I understand that. But don't structure it. Yeah. But I will say, I can say, I'm a Dalit filmmaker, and I can tell my own story. This is what happened, and I will want to make a discussion, a lot of things. But you structure is very particular.
Don't put you in a box.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
And right.
This is not only for Dalits.
Of course not. Absolutely.
I think the thing is that from having gotten to know Ranjith a little bit, see what's happening in cinema, I believe worldwide, is that people are gravitating to stories where people are telling their own stories, their own kind of authentic experience. That's what Ranjith is doing. He's telling a story which is his story, how he grew up, what he saw, what are the things that are important to him, right? You can't take that experience and use it pejoratively and say, here's the box we're putting you in, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who, and it happens even with women filmmakers, right?
Of
so
course.
Somebody makes a strongly feminist film and it's like, you're a feminist filmmaker.
Right.
Somehow it doesn't happen with the people who have privilege, right? You're not like looking at a director who is, from an upper caste and saying, you make upper caste films, They're just like making regular love stories. Nobody's saying, doesn't happen. It just seems to happen with the people who are at the receiving end. And so I think that it's that, to me, Ranjith is the defining voice of Indian cinema at the moment.
I agree.
There are probably have been so many Dalit people who have walked this red carpet, but only Neeraj Ghaywan and Ranjith. These are the two people who have kind of come out and said, this is our experience. Yeah. And I think that's really powerful. And I think it would be a great loss to cinema and to the world to limit the experience of the consumer to saying, hey, I can't consume this content until I understand the history of the Dalit movement. No, you can just experience this content. You can experience the story. You can experience his voice because his craft is so strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Neeraj Ghaywan, he posted
a
photograph on Instagram of you and Nagraj Manjule and him together at an event, and I was like, man, what did these three talk about? So tell us, Ranjith, what did you three talk about?
We talk about a lot of things. Neeraj talk about what film works, and Nagraj also, what he met that. What he had done that movies and everything, and what we are going to do this in future. like we talk about projects. We want to make a movie with together. No?
Really?
Yeah, we are trying.
Meaning together, meaning like co-directing?
Yeah, anthology. Yeah,
like an anthology.
Oh,
like
an
an
anthology!
yeah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
talks going on definitely.
Ranjith has just announced a project.
I love it. I love it. First heard on Film Companion. Ranjith, where is Birsa Munda at? I know you finished research.
Yeah, we have done a big research work, and like we spent more and more time, and now we are writing now. It will finish this year end. Writing finish. It will finish. After that, it will go floor. I think 23rd it will go floor.
20, next year.
Yeah, next year.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely it will. It's a dream project, and what I'm expecting, Birsa Munda, it's much needed in this scenario, like in India, like kind of country, definitely is need his voice again. Like we want to we have to understand how Birsa what he want to fight against with Dikkus and and whites. He not only fought against whites in that Dikkus, like landlords and that Indian people. Yeah, he's a very good fighter. We need this time. And also people are Birsa's story is really different, and Munda's people believe one person, Birsa, but outsider believe one
another story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to tell real Birsa. Yeah, what I'm understanding from him, and not only I don't want to make a biography kind of movie. I just want to make like what he wants to make change.
Right.
What I understanding from him.
Yeah.
Like not only what happened in his life. I don't want to show like that only. I don't want to show only happen in that life. I just want to. I understand what he life and everything. Like I just want to make a creative space. I used to creative space, and I want to show like how I pursued Birsa.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very interesting, very challenging work, and the writing going on. Definitely, Birsa speaks a lot.
And you can't tell me about casting, or casting is not done yet?
No, it's a bit. Now we are thinking like that. Definitely, it will lock soon.
I want to know how you managed to do so much.
Yeah, I also want to know this.
You are producing, you are directing. There's a project with Kamal Hassan, there's a project with Vikram. We've just announced an anthology here. You have a library. You are. It's incredible. How do you manage?
No, my presence is very important. I think I don't want to live past. I don't want to live future. I want to live presence. Presence. I have a lot of problems. I just want to deal it when I presence. Like that's why my presence is very important thing. I believe like that. And when I was an assistant director, I didn't get any good library. That's why I want to make a library. In a simple thing, it's not a. I want to make a discuss with the friends and like cinema kind of cinema stories. There is no place, and that's why I want to make a place and resistance is a very important thing in my life, and my childhood, from my childhood until now, I resist a lot of things against, and that's why my presence is very important thing. That's why I want to do a lot of things. It's kind of duty. I'm not doing service. I hate that word service. I only believe duty. if I survive, I want to eat, right? My presence also like that. Yeah, it's kind of eating food. If not eat, I'll definitely get ill. Like it can be happening anything, no? Yeah. I want to eat. I'm eating now.
It's exhausting being around him. It's really exhausting being around him. I mean, I feel like it's been about like 10 days since we got to Cannes, but it's been 3 because he doesn't get tired. I don't know what it is. Like he's like living on.
What does he eat, Aditi? Quickly, secret.
He doesn't. He doesn't. This is what it is. And the thing is, like, I have to be like, Ranjith, please, like, we must eat dinner now. But it isn't just the movies, you know. He's got Castless Collective. He's got the publishing house. He's got the Varnam Arts Festival. They've started the film festival. What else? Kuvagam, the library.
Kugai library and.
Kugai, yeah.
And we are doing a lot of things.
Yeah. So when you go into his office, it's incredible. People should spend time in this office because, first of all, anybody can enter that office. Anyone. There's not one person sitting at the door stopping anybody from coming in. I've seen so many people enter that room, enter the kind of walk up the steps, just sit there. When you enter, there are no film posters. There's a huge bookshelf of books, and there's a photo of Ambedkar, and anybody can come and sit there, and anybody can talk to Ranjith. That's the rule. And so there's all of these people who would never have had a chance, never have had a platform. And it isn't just about the films, but it's also about the kind of larger mission of ensuring that cultural spaces are populated with people from, from communities who've never had that platform. And I think what Neelam is doing is just that, if they open it by 10, the next year it'll be 100. And if I had to start a film festival, I would start thinking about it in January of 2020, and then January of 2023 is when it would actually happen. If Ranjith thinks about starting a festival in January 2020, by February that festival will be live. So, and everyone who works for Ranjith, the mean age is like 22, I think. It's the first office where I feel really old because it's just like he has an incredible trust in people. If someone has like a desire to deliver something, he will give them the wings to ensure that happens.
But that's so fantastic.
Yeah, that's why I'm not planning anything. I just thought from any second, I'll do it. That's it. Yeah. If I get any chance now.
Like just announce a project.
Okay, last question. Sarpatta Parambarai, sequel?
Not sequel.
Don't announce it.
Prequel, which don't is a sequel. Please tell us.
Yeah, definitely. We have a big plan.
Yeah.
And little more. One more line.
No, I must. No.
You must put an end to this.
If this interview goes on another 10 minutes, I don't know.
One line.
Yeah. It will surprise.
The one line is that it's going to be exceptional. Like it is the project of a lifetime. It's insane.
And when does it happen?
Big thing. We are planning.
No timelines? You won't give us timelines?
There is no timeline.
It's a long one. It's the earliest that we're going to go into production will be next year. But
okay.
We started writing. Yeah.
And it's a prequel.
Prequel, sequel.
Ranjith, you might as well tell them everything.
Anupama wants to. No. I'll tell you.
After the cameras are off. Okay, excellent. Let's put them off then. Thank you so much. It was so lovely to talk to both of you. Thank you.